Hi Sagittarius, happy birthday to Sagittarius Sons as we're wrapping up your season here, and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-December 2022 love reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is to look at the past, present, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person. So if you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that away, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have Judgment. So to me, this says that you most likely reconnected with this person in the recent past. So this tells me that you guys probably have a bit of a deeper history between the two of you, at least for the majority of you. Or at the very least, it says that when you did connect with this person in the past, you might have felt like you have known them for a long time. You know, one of those things where you just instantly hit it off and felt like you've known each other for a long time. But yeah, for the majority of you, I feel like it's more of the first scenario where they actually did come back around from your past. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Five of Cups. So seeing this here says to me that when you guys did reconnect, they were probably in the process of still leaving another connection behind, right? So it looks like there could have been a little bit of drama there, especially if they found out the person that they were currently with at the time found out that they had reconnected with you, obviously. But yeah, from what I'm seeing here, it looks like they most likely were trying to get out of that connection at the time, but obviously the timing could have been a little bad there as far as when they reconnected with you. All right, present energy on your side, we have illusion. So this is the equivalent of the moon card, and this could just be saying that you might not know what to think of the situation, right? You might have found out about the situation from their past, right? So you're like, okay, are they really out of that situation or not, right? So there could be a little bit of confusion there to where you might have a certain level of interest, but now you're a little bit more on the fence about it, like, okay, can I trust that this person's actually detached from that other connection or not? All right, present energy on their side, we have the Knight of Wands. So yeah, to me this says, especially if we look at the positioning and the spread, where it looks like they're moving into your direction, right? Could just be saying that they could be coming back in toward you in the present. Obviously, it looks like they could have left that connection behind as well. With that Knight of Wands energy, the only question is their intention to come there to stay, right? Or is it just one of those things where they tend to pursue something for a little while and then move on to another situation, right? Because, I mean, obviously, it didn't look like they left any time between leaving this connection behind and reconnecting with you. So that could be a concern that you have at this time. All right, and future energy on your side, we have tradition. So this is actually the equivalent to the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. And seeing this artwork here could just be saying that in the future you will actually want to move this into a more stable, committed relationship with this person. But what always stands out to me with this deck in particular is we do see the names Romeo and Juliet on the card. So something about the connection could be complex, right? There could be well, obviously, for the majority of you, hopefully they do truly leave that other connection behind, right? But for, so let's just say, as a super generic example, let's say that they were married to this person in the past, right? And they might be legally separated, but not officially divorced, right? So if you wanted to get married to them down the line, then that could be a difficulty, right? Just a super generic example of how that could play out, but it's kind of what I'm seeing there. It's like there's some kind of obstacle that would really prevent you guys from making it a more traditional connection, but it looks like the desire to do so would still be there. Right. And future energy on their side, we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, on the upright, it looks like a fun, cooperative energy, right? It looks like they're both enjoying themselves, having a little bit of fun. But to see this in reverse, I feel like this is saying that they might not be too good at building the more practical side of a connection. You know, so they might be good with the passion, right, coming in, and possibly some excitement and everything. But when it comes to the more stable building energies of connections, that might be a little bit where they struggle. And for some of you, that might even be where you do see the potential issue, right? Where like, okay, I would like to progress this connection with this person, but can I rely on them to help build a stable connection, right? bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Princess of Coins. So this is the equivalent of the Page of Pentacles. So it could just be saying that, yeah, kind of what I was just saying there, where you might feel like the reality of a stable connection with this person could be a little bit out of reach, right? Where you might start to lose faith that, okay, could I really count on them to help me build something, or are they just going to constantly feel like they want to jump from one connection to another? All right, and the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the King of Cups. So this could be an indicator here that their feelings actually do run deep, right? But it could just be one of those things where they're slow to move and slow to reveal what they're truly feeling too. So that could be where the illusion comes in, right? Where you're like, okay, I don't know what this person's deal is. Are they in? Are they out? Right? And we do see that they're pouring a drink there as well. So for some of you, that could be a bit of a problem that they might have, right? So maybe that's part of what fuels their decision making around connections. So obviously, I think you would know if that was the case with you, but I had to mention that given the artwork there. But yeah, it could just be one of those things where, like I said, you're probably gonna have a difficulty, which makes sense when we see the illusion in the present. Difficulty truly knowing what their intentions are unless they come out and finally state them. But we'll see what the Oracle cards had to mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Aqua Moonlight deck here. I did pre-shuffle this deck before we started recording. And what I'm looking for here is unspoken messages from you to them and then from them to you. Initially, I'll look for jumpers, but if I shuffle for a while without anything coming up, I'll just put the deck down and we'll pull cards that way. So we'll see what we get. Oh, got one there. And next we'll see what we get from them to you. Alright, and that doesn't want to go back in the deck, so we'll see what we got on your side first. Alright, we have a letter. It says, I'll be writing you a message. So, honestly, I feel like communication would definitely help with the situation, right? Because, like I said, it seems like this person doesn't really give you much to work with as far as knowing what their intentions are. I don't necessarily see an energy here that clearly points to a time when you would write that letter to them, but possibly in the future when you start to consider, hey, could I actually take this person seriously or not? And on their side, we have sorry. It says, please accept my apology so we can move past this. Yeah. So for some of you, maybe that's what it is, right? Where, like I said, if they reconnect with you in the past but still weren't fully out of a connection, and maybe that obviously was an issue for you, they come back in, try to apologize, and get things back on firm ground. I do have to say, it does look like a lot of you would forgive the person, but again, like I said, I'm still not sure that I see them in the energy where they'd really put the work in to build a connection with you. So we'll see what the Wisdom Oracle adds to the mix. Same situation as far as I pre-shuffled this deck as well, but here we're just looking for one card with general advice to wrap the reading up with. Almost have one there. Alright, I'll give it a couple more shuffles, and if nothing comes up, I'll just put the deck down and we'll pull a card that way. Alright, so yeah, let me do that. Alright, so just give me a few seconds to tune in and we'll pull a card. Alright, we'll take that card there, and let me get this out of the way. Alright, so you got Never Ending Story. And it won't focus. There we go. And there's the artwork, and the number is 37. So yeah, seeing that makes me think of what I was saying there. For a lot of you, you might have quite a bit of a history with this person, so it takes me back to what I was saying, that it's more likely that this is a person you did have a history with that came back around versus someone that you met recently, but they felt like someone you've known for a long time. But we'll see what it says in the book. Okay, the relationship message says sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for other more complex reasons. Shame, fear of intimacy, and low self esteem are the greatest challenges to the success of a relationship. Consider how Consider how valuable this knowledge is, however. Right now, you have an opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all those narratives. None of them were ever true anyway. So, yeah, definitely a pretty good message there for sure, especially if you feel like you've been settling in some way, right? Where, like I said, if this person really isn't giving as much to the connection as you would like, right? And as much as you would give to the connection, then maybe that's something that you would have to look at there. But hopefully that resonated with you guys. Once again, happy birthday as we wrap up your season. I hope you guys have a good holiday season. I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.